I am going higher, yes, I am. I am going higher today. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Wow, that's very good. Okay, that's very good. Let's wait for other people to join us also. Let's wait for other people to join us. It is that your brother.
Yes, yes.
That was good. 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 All right. Okay, guys, please let's start joining. Let's start joining. Let's start joining. Let's start joining.
And I told that they
It is. Can you see this particular screen?
Yes, I can.
Is it very visible?
Yes.
That means the reception is very good. Okay, that's good. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, we don't have active members yet. Let's hold on. Let's hold on a bit. Let's hold on a bit. We don't have to be much. Let's hold on a bit. Okay. All right. Once is in the next 4 minutes, I'll commence, irrespective of the number of participants that I have, irrespective of the number of participants that I have. In the next 4 minutes, I will commence. In the next 4 minutes, I will commence. All right. So one thing that we have to be, can you hear me, Heritage? Can you still hear me? Are you there, Heritage?
Yes, I can hear you. There's noise here. That's why I muted it.
Okay. Now, like one thing that we'll be playing against right now is cut of power supply. So in as much we don't have cut of power supply, we are good to go. Are you with me? Now know that we don't have cut of power supply, we are good to what? We are good to go. So let me just try and pull up the book that I told you to send to the group. The book that I told you to send to the group. So I'm going to pull it up. Then mention some things before I proceed. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So we have one, like, okay, we have 2 more minutes to go. Then we have 2 more minutes, 2 more minutes to go. All right. Welcome, Deborah. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Let's see. What's funds? Okay, that was good. Okay. So Deborah, welcome amongst us. Welcome, welcome amongst us. Welcome amongst us. Can you hear me, Deborah? You can actually like all I see, you can actually off your recording, but you can off your recording. All right, okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. That's very good. So you can actually make use of the chat box. You can make use of the chat box. If you have any question, you can make use of the chat box. So now let us start. Let us start. Let us start. Others will be joining us along the way, I guess. So firstly, I have a question now. Deborah is new amongst us here. Heritage, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good. Now I have a question for you. So I told you to send a particular PDF to the group. Now the question is particularly for you. So have you been busy with that particular material?
Actually, I haven't had time for it online, but
Okay,
I
that's
really plan
all right. That's very
going
good.
through it very soon.
Okay. Now, thanks for your truthfulness. That's very good. That's very good. So we must remain truthful to ourselves. Now, proceeding from here, what is what is paramount to me right now? What is paramount to me is the knowledge I'm trying to pass. Now, I must ensure I pass it in the right manner. Are you with me? I must ensure I pass it in the right manner. Because there's a way someone can actually restructure knowledge that if you pass it, then you will not get what it's trying to say. Are you with me? If you pass it, then you will not get what it's trying to say. So I'm going to try and pass it as simple as possible, since we all imagine we are all learners. So for the sake of Deborah, I'll quickly remunerate on everything we've been doing on the group. So for the past, I think, let me check again. So this group was actually better, I think, yeah, this year. So it was better this year. So this year or last year, I'll check the group for that. But we thank God for that. It's just to like guide people on forex trading and all, give them the idea of what it is and all. So we said that forex is what foreign exchange market. So forex market is actually, it simply means what foreign exchange what market. So yeah, we trade what? We trade currency pairs against each other. Are you with me? We trade what? Currency pairs against each other. Now, Deborah, this is particularly for you. We trade currency pairs against each other. So currency pair. So we understand that when we have pairs, we are talking about what? Tools. We are talking about tools. So we're talking about tools. The first one, the one that comes first, we call it the base currency. While the one that comes next, we call it the what? Quote currency. So when we have, for example, when we have Euro USD, the Euro is the base currency, while the USD is the what? Quote currency. You'll be seeing everything in action today. You'll be seeing everything in action today. So I'll be dropping a link to a site. I will advise you pin it for future sake. So this is where you get your fundamental knowledge. Babypips.com. This is where you get the fundamental knowledge. So that's the site where you just pass through to just revive on everything. And I'll send you the previous charts that we've had on the group. So moving into today's class, let's start. Forex analysis, right? Good. Now, Forex analysis is just like what I'm simply saying is financial analysis, right? Financial analysis. So why is Forex analysis important? Forex analysis is what drives our decision as Forex traders. Can you hear me? You can actually react. You don't need to talk. So we have the reaction, this thing there. You can always react. If you can hear me, if you are following, always react. So now, Forex analysis is simply what guides us in making decision in the Forex industry. Are you with me? It guides us in making what? In making decision. So, in business, good decision making is paramount. Your decision making is what actually leads to profit making or loss accumulation. Are you with me? So your decision is what determines your profits or your losses. Are you with me? It's as simple as that. So Forex analysis is what guides us in making decisions as Forex traders. So we don't just walk randomly. We are guided by some rules and regulation. Now, this Forex industry is a big sphere. Are you with me? It's a big one. It's a very big one. So just like if I'm selling rice, for example, I have different strategy I can apply in selling my products. I can advertise it via billboard or whatever. Some people can just call in some actors and all. Everything are just advertisement strategy for better profit making. So in this way, there are vast strategy that you can apply also in Forex trading. Just like we have vast strategy applicable in in every other business scenario, we have vast strategy applicable in Forex trading. Now, the question is this strategy that leads to profitability, or is it the person that is actually using the strategy? Now, let me throw the question to you now. You can actually unmute your mic, the both of you right now. So the question is, if you're a business person, is it your business strategy that leads to profitability, or you yourself that actually leads to profitability? So the question, and I need an answer, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, very well. I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Okay. I don't think, personally, for me, from my own side, I don't think it's a one-way thing. I think they work hand in hand. So while the strategy can be there, if the person does not take the initiative to be a wise decision maker and to know how to use the strategy, when, how, why, and what way, it's just going to be, it's like having a very good meal, but serving it on a dirty plate. So while the meal is important, the plate you serve it on. So that's where the intentionality of the person comes in. So at the same time, that does not mean that you don't need a good meal, even if you have a good decision-making strategy. So even if you are sensible, you know how to you know how to make decisions and put your best foot forward. You definitely need the best food. So you need the best food. You need the meal to put forth. So it works hand in hand. That's what I'll say.
Okay. Now that's very good. That's very, very good. Heritage, do you want to add anything to it?
I feel like she has said it all. The two, they work hand in hand.
Wow. Now, I must really say I'm happy about both of you. I'm so happy about your brilliance. It's very good. Now, she said something. She was like using some economic term in there. That's very good. Now, everything you're naturally doing as a forex trader, you're not actually moving away from education. It's not a type of business that take you out of the education scenario. To actually put you into the education, because in this place, everything you've like, you have to be someone that's so ready to learn. Right? You have to be someone that is so ready to what? Ready to learn. That's one key thing in this particular space. You have to be someone that's so what? Ready to learn. So she said something. She was saying the how, the where, and the when, all those type of things. I think economics called it I can't remember, like I can't remember my economics very well, but don't worry, since I'm a science student, she knows it. Like, that's very good. Now, the person and the strategy works hand in hand. Right? The person and the strategy works hand in hand. But most time, the person is very, very paramount, because the person is the decision maker. The person is very, very what? Paramount. So now, I want to guide you completely. So as much as strategy is important, you as a person, your psychology is what is important. You as a person, your what? Your psychology is what is very, very what important. So on this note, I'll be listing the different forex analysis that I think are very important right now for every one of us. Explain it briefly and delve into what? Into one of it. I'll delve into one of it today. So now the three are, firstly, it's not a matter of hierarchy or importance. That's one thing. Take note. Everything I'm listing is not in hierarchy or importance. Like, this one comes first because it's more important. No, they all matter. Are you with me? They all what? Matter. Now let's take it. The first one, we have what? We have technical analysis, we have fundamental analysis, we have sentimental analysis. Are you with me? Sentimental analysis. And I have the last one, I call it psychological analysis. Right? I call it what? Psychological analysis. So let me explain the first one, technical analysis. In my own time, you can go online, browse the internet. There are several definitions. Right? Wow. All right. Okay, she says she's taking notes. That's very good. Can we clap for her? Heritage, can you clap for her for that? She's taking notes. I hope you are doing the same. Clap for her for that, Heritage. Clap. That's good. All right. Okay. So, yes, forex analysis, paramount. She's taking notes. I really love that. That was great. All right. So forex analysis, the types, I said technical analysis, fundamental, sentimental, and what? Psychological. Now, they all work hand in hand. They all do what? They all work hand in hand. One is not more important than the other. They all work hand in hand. Having the understanding of everything is important. Using everything is important, but not compulsory. Are you with me? Having understanding is important. That one is important and compulsory. Using everything is important, but not compulsory. Are you with me? So you can decide that as a forex trader, I only want to use technical analysis or fundamental analysis or sentiment, or I just want to trade based on psychology. Like, if I look at this, what am I feeling? What am I thinking? That's psychology. So everything, let me now give you what? An overview. Okay, list it again. We have technical analysis. Are you with me? Technical analysis. We have fundamental analysis. We have sentimental analysis. And last but not the least, we have what? We have psychological analysis. Do you get that now, Heritage?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Please don't mind my speed. I only want us to cover well enough during the space of short time. All right. So now let's proceed. Technical analysis. Technical analysis just make use of some tools. Like, technical analysis involve making use of some technical tools such as trend line, support resistance, Fibonacci. Like, it makes use of some parameters, like some metrics. Yes, metrics. So technical analysis makes use of metrics, some moving parameters, some lagging, most of them are lagging parameters actually. So while some tends to be like they tend to stretch into the future, it makes use of metrics and parameter in what? In decision making. Right? It makes use of different tools while taking decision. While at the technical trader, you're making use of different Forex tools. Right? Different Forex tools, right? Taking what? Right? Taking decision. Now moving on, we have fundamental analysis. Good. Fundamental analysis involves taking notes, like taking note of some financial news, right? Taking note of some financial news, some important numbers, some updates internationally, actually, globally. Taking note of some updates from important banks like Bank of Japan, Federal Reserve, Bank of Canada, Bank of England, and so on. Taking note of all this, like taking note of their interest rates and all, making use of interest rates, retail sales, everything. They are all in all. Taking note of all these, their numbers and all, taking note of it, and what using it in what decision making. Now, the one that is very, very awkward is sentimental analysis. Sentimental analysis involves looking at what other people are doing, like looking at what other people are doing and using to guide your own decision making. Right? What other people are doing, other traders like you, what are they doing? What are they doing? Now we have the some set of people, we call them like institutional traders. Like these are traders that they are the ones that actually move the market, right? They are not like we retail traders or the commercials. They are non-commercials. So they are the ones that actually move what? They actually move the market. So we look at what retail traders like you and I are doing. That's retail sentiment. We look at what they are doing, and we look at these parameters via what is called commitment of traders. Listen, we look at this parameter via what is called what? Commitment of traders. That's COT report. It is always released, I think, Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? Yeah, I think it drops Thursday, but it's released Tuesday of the week to check how many people are pumping into this particular currency. Like now, commitment of trader does not actually like join currency together in pair. No, it looks at currency individually. How many people are buying this currency? How many people are selling this currency? That's what commitment of trader does. So the commitment of trader is what guides us in our sentiments. And you can check out for retail sentiment online. Retail sentiment is a topic on its own. We'll broaden on it later on. Then the next one, which is very important, psychological analysis. Psychological analysis. Now I could have just said the trader's psychology, but I just decided to call it psychological analysis. As much as we've analyzed technically, fundamentally, and sentimentally, psychology is important. Psychology is important. Your state of mind is important. Your state of mind is important. Now, it goes without saying that Forex trading involves risk taking. Obviously, it goes without saying that Forex trading involves what? Risk taking. And it is only people that are ready to take the risks, right? That should be involved in this market, right? All people that are ready to take the risks, right? Now, this is where psychology comes in. Psychology can either be good or bad. It can either be good or bad, right? Psychology is your mindset as a Forex trader. Note, it is developed along the way. But via mentorship, it can be taught. It can be taught. Development matters also. Via mentorship, it can also be what? Taught. Psychology can be taught. Now, when I say psychology, your state of mind. So, like, I'm taking this trade. How much confidence do I have in myself? So, now, one thing, as a Forex trader, you risk, right? Risk is part of the game. Risk is part of the game, obviously, right? Risk is part of the game. So now, the question is, how does psychology set in? Your psychology is what determines your level of risk taking. Like, your psychology is like what shields you from experiencing some preventable losses. Your psychology of the market, knowing that the market is no respecter of anybody. The market respect no one. If this is among your psychology, like if you've added this to your thoughts, if you understand this, this will help you, this will guide you in this space. Because trust me, this space is very, very volatile. It's very, very what? Volatile. This space is volatile. Firstly, forex space is volatile. Secondly, forex space it can be altering. It can actually hurt you. You must be careful. It can actually what hurt you. Don't be deceived. Some people just come, you see some videos online. I made this in so like I flipped this from this to this. Trust me, I can flip this from this to this via video. Do you know the meaning of via video? That means first trial. I was recording myself flipping it. Let's say from $10, I took it to 20, then I blew it. You know, according to the account, I actually stopped at $20. Then I can find another $20. From $20, I took it to 100. I blew it. You will not see the blowing. So don't be deceived. Are you with me? Now, what makes forex analysis important is your understanding of profits and losses. The understanding of what? Profit and losses. So let me take a pause here a bit. Let me take a pause here a bit. Let me take a pause here a bit. So are you with me? Everyone, are you with me? Are you with me? All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Very good. So now I said something. I said that your understanding of profits, your understanding of profits, your understanding of profits and losses is paramount in this financial market. Your understanding of profits and losses, your understanding of profits and losses is paramount. Is paramount. Now, if you understand profits and you understand loss, this is what will actually determine how long you will last in this space. Trust me. Let's take, for example, I know very well that we all like this Nigeria, of course, this Nigeria. Acquiring some specific amount of money. Most of us here, I know we have teenagers, we have youth. Yes, we have youth also. So acquiring some specific amount of money might be difficult. So this is where these are our limitation first. These are our first limitation. Capital making, like building of capital is our first limitation. So now let's say I have $10. $10. This $10, let me tell you something. The question is, can I take it to 1,000 in a month? The answer is yes and no. It's possible. But if I'm saying I'll take it to 1,000 in a month, then I must be ready to lose it in 2 minutes also. I must be ready to lose it in 2 minutes. But can I take it to a 70 in 3 months? Yes. How long will I take to lose it? I can lose it in 3 to 4 weeks. 3 to 4 weeks. Oh, so now let's check it out. So here's my view. I've not jumped into any analysis. I just want you to know the space you are in. Like, it's a very volatile one. That's why understanding is paramount. So while you are here, ensure you are getting everything possible. Ensure you are getting everything possible. All right. Without any further ado, let's move into the first type of analysis, which is technical analysis. Technical analysis. All right. I'll be sharing my screen now. Oh no. Okay, no. All right, the meeting will actually be going down in some minutes, like the Zoom meeting. So I'll be setting up another one. I'll be setting up another meeting. I think it runs for like about 30 minutes. Yeah. This is actually the free version. It runs for about 30 minutes. So once it's down, I'll set up another one. So now let's move into what I call technical analysis. What you can see here on the screen, is the Forex chart. The Forex chart displaying the price movement of Euro USD. That's what you can see here. The Forex chart displaying the price movement of Euro USD. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you see the screen?
Yes, very
Yep.
clear.
Very clear. Wow, that was good. Okay. So now the price movement displaying it's displaying chart of what? The chart of Euro USD. The chart of Euro USD. Okay. Let me try and see whether I can point. Okay. This is it here. Let me try and direct this arrow over. Can you see where the arrow is pointing at? That's the chart movement of what?
Yes,
Euro USD. Can you see where I'm trying to point the arrow at? So that's showing what? EUR. That's euro against what? The US dollar. It's me. Now, this
yes,
chart here is showing what is called candlesticks. It's showing what is called what? Candlesticks. Candlesticks. The green one, let's take note. This one, the green candlestick signifies a price movement upwards. It signifies what? A price movement upwards. That's what the green arrow signifies. That is, the opening price is lower than the what? Closing price, or the closing price is higher than the what? Opening price. While the red candlestick signifies what? A down movement, a downward movement, a down movement. The red candlestick signifies what? A down movement. It signifies what? A down movement. That is, the opening price is higher than the what? Closing price, or the closing price is lower than the what? Opening price. Are you with me? Now, this should not be a difficulty for you in particular, Heritage, but I think Deborah might find it difficult in understanding because she's not read some of the book that I sent on the group to you guys. So actually, before now, I've sent a book on candlestick, understanding the candlesticks and all. So now let me quickly use these two candlesticks as examples. Let me quickly use these two candlesticks as examples. So now let's start with this one, this candlestick. Now, this candle, for this red candlestick, this particular one that I'm hovering over, for this red candlestick, this is the opening price. This is the what? Opening price. Are you with me? This is the opening what? Price. That is the price the market opened on the start of this what? Candlestick. This is the what? Opening price. So the market went downwards and closed here. Are you with me? It's closed here. It's closed what? Here. Are you following me? The market closed here. Let me drag it. Okay. So the market closed here. Are you following me? So this is the opening price and this is what? Closing what? Price. The space between the opening price and the closing price, Deborah, is called the body of the candlestick. Are you hearing me? The space between the opening and the closing is called the body of the what? Candlestick. It's called the body of the what? Candlestick. Now, for this next one, the what? Green candle bar, the closing price of the red one is the opening price of the green one. Are you following me? Now the market went up and closed higher. Are you following? This is the what? New closing price, and this is the closing price for the what? For the green bar, for this green bar. Do you get that? Do you get that?
yes.
All right. So now I've shown you the two candlesticks. So one candlestick signifies a downward movement, while the other one signifies what? An upward movement. Are you following me? One candlestick signifies a downward movement, while the other one signifies what? An upward what? Movement. Do you get that? Now, decision making is like I've explained before now what it means to buy, how to make profit while buying, what it means to sell, and how to make profits while selling. But for the sake of our new member, I'm going to quickly discuss it. Good. Now, we have two pairs. Are you following me? We have two pairs. All right. We have the euro. We have the euro. Okay. We have the euro against the US dollar. We have the euro against the USD. Now, the euro is what comes first. So we call it the base currency. Then we have the US dollar, which is the what? Quote currency. Are you with me? Now, the prices you are seeing here, they are priced in US dollar. They are what? Priced in US dollar. The prices here are priced in what? US dollar. So the prices here are in what? USD. Are you with me? So each price here, it actually means 1 euro signifies, taking this one for example, this one 1.07 1.0862, that is 1 euro is 1.0692 US dollar. That's what this one means. Are you with me? So the market is priced in what? The USD. So whether you are buying or selling, you're actually buying or selling the euro. You're actually buying or selling the what? The euro. And you're actually paying with the US dollar, or you are receiving the US dollar as what? Payment. If you are buying, you are paying with USD. If you are selling, you are receiving payment as what? USD. Are you with me? If you are buying, you are paying with USD. If you are selling, you are receiving payment as what? As USD. Now, Forex trading is called over-the-counter trading, OTC. If you place a trade, it's going to be instantly passed to the market. If you close a buy trade, you've inversely what? Sold. If you close a sell trade, you've inversely what? Bought. Are you with me? So now let's take an example. Can you all hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So while we are still on with this one, let me try and set up the new meeting. Let me try and set up the new meeting. Please, let us do it to join as fast as possible. I don't want delay. Let me try and set up the new meeting. I don't want any cut during the course of this particular meeting. Let me try and set up the new meeting, please. Let me try and set up the new meeting. Stop, share.